Welcome to another video. I got a 7-win streak with this deck, and you guys know it if you've seen my channel before. It's Umi Swordsoul. I love me some Umi Swordsoul. Whenever they break out these super grindy festivals, this Duelist Cup, I always break out a deck that gets fast wins, and that's Umi Swordsoul. Opponent is going first, and let's take a quick look at their field here. Lilith Lady Lament and the Lair of Darkness means they can quick effect tribute our monsters like they're playing Plant Rikkas. Steal our monsters in order to set a trap on the field. So you know what? We got to get rid of either the Lilith or the Lair before we do any of our plays. Otherwise, we're going to get tributed. So let's start with the Vishuda. We'll link it off into a Monk of the Tenyi. And we're going to use Vishuda. Return the Lady to the hand. Opponent is going to tribute our Monk, making a token. Alright, opponent. You go for it. Now, we could have ashed the Arima with their Ash, of course, but I let it go because usually they have, you know, terraforming or something. Rather hold on to the Ash for a maxi. Doesn't look like opponent has it. Now that card's back in the hand, they can't tribute us anymore. Let's get jellyfishing. Summon the Moyi. Moyi gonna activate. Reveal the strategist. Make the Swordsoul token. Go into Grandmaster. Grandmaster gonna search. Moyi gonna draw. Nice little chain block right there. Get ourselves a Taya and a Swordsoul Emergence. We're gonna activate strategist, discarding the emergence to special summon. Make ourselves a token. Make a Brawn, and this is a lot of damage. Let's pop that Lair and let's get in for lethal damage. That's right, Duelist Cup. You better be afraid of the Umi Swordsoul. Let's go on to the next game. If you like this deck list, make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I'll have the full deck list visible. And if you like this gameplay, make sure to subscribe because I'll have more Umi Swordsoul in the future. Now we're starting off with a very mixed hand. We got Umi stuff, we got Swordsoul stuff. Let's start by special summoning Vishuda here. Now, the thing I'm most scared of is an Imperm, and the reason I summon Vishuda here is to feel out an Imperm, because you see the delay if they have it. You can't hide the delay. We do see a bit of a delay, but opponent, maybe they choose not to do anything. You never know. Ocean Dragon Lord on the field. We got Sea Stealth attack. We got Pacifist in the graveyard. Let's activate. Probably a mistake. We probably should have just activated Pacifist from hand. So Jelly Negate was online in the standby phase. Opponent, Dragon Shrining, sending Blue Eyes Jet Dragon and Blue Eyes to the graveyard, giving us a token. Alright, this is a real game. Blue Eyes Chaz don't know how to hit the surrender button. Let's see what Blue Eyes can do. Opponent summoning a Collar Serpent. Now, this is a big mistake. I should have activated Maxi and with the Jelly still on field, so I could have negated a Call by the Grave or Ash Blossom or whatever. Did not do that. Opponent hitting us with the Collapse Serpent. Summoning the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon to the field. Our nemesis. I don't know what it is about Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, but a very hilarious looking card. It's quite strong. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon on field, gonna attack. Triggering the Sea Stealth, gonna send a card to the hand. And they're sending the Kairu Shin, freeing up themselves to do some special summoning. Let's activate Maxi. Opponent has a cross out. Exactly why we should have done it earlier. But you know what? It's okay, we're learning. Umi Swordsoul, we're allowed a couple misplays. Opponent, White Dragoning, and they're playing Dragon Link, so let's fast forward because Dragon Link always wombo combos for so long. Here I was thinking they were playing Blue Eyes, but they're playing Blue Eyes Dragon Link. They're gonna get wombo comboing for 1,000 years. See what their end board is. Summoning a Savage Dragon. Summoning more dragons. But this Borlo doesn't have any negates. Interesting choice. Not putting negates on the Borlo. Opponent, activating Chaos Ruler. Adding the Blue Eyes alternative Dragon to hand. Using the egg tag, regular Blue Eyes back to hand. Special summoning. I'm guessing we're going to see a level 8. Oh, poppin' the Vishuda. That's okay. Don't mind the Vishuda getting popped. Opponent, using Dingirsu, sending a card we control to the graveyard, choosing to send the token, probably because they were worried about Vishuda activation. Opponent, when you pop the token, something happens. We get a new token. Opponent learning the hard way. Jelly back on field. And I'm about to make another misplay. I'm like, okay. Thinking in my head, big brain time. Alright, how do we get everything on the field? We want to have Phantom Spiral Dragon on the field. We want to have Ocean Dragon Lord on the field. We want to activate the Tenyi Spear of Vishuda. Now, what we want to do is get Kairyu first, force him to tribute, and then use Vishuda on the second card. The one that's left over. But I'm like, okay. So, to get Kairyu on the field, I can tribute summon him using the token. But if I do that, I don't have a normal on field, so the Vishuda won't be activatable. What I should have just done is tribute summon the Ocean Dragon Lord over the token, and then use Jelly, summon the Spiral Dragon, then Vishuda, but I did it the wrong order. I activated Jelly first, and I'm like, hey, everything's fine, except it's not. Pacifist, you gotta be careful. Pacifist, every time you summon a normal monster, it will activate its effect to search, even if there's no search targets in the deck. And that effect activation means you can't normal or special summon effect monsters that same turn. So we accidentally ourselves can't summon the Dragon Lord. Let's get to attack mode. Attack into the Dingirsu. Dingirsu popping us. Summoning the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Let's attack with the Phantasm Spiral. Get him down to 1 monster. Let's return that Blue Eyes Jet Dragon to hand. Let's pass the turn. Alright, we're not giving up here. Opponent. Dictator of D. Giving us a token. Opponent summoning. Trying to summon a Jet Dragon from graveyard. We're going to banish with a call by. Negate the effect of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon for the entire turn. Opponent trying to pop our Jelly. We're going to negate. Jelly negate. Opponent. Trying to summon. We're going to protect our Sea Stealth attack by banishing Jelly. Opponent doing Dragon Link combos. But opponent, did you forget something? You gotta finish your combos. Well, there's still time. Opponent going to battle, attacking into our Phantasm Spiral Dragon with an undestroyable Borderland Dragon. But then they lose the game. What happened? Opponent run out of time. Opponent combo womboed for so long. They forgot they actually have to win the game. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, this is why. In festivals like this, you want to grind out as many games as possible. You need fast wins, and you don't want to have to think too hard. That's why we're playing Swordsoul, because the combos are pretty easy. You don't have to think too much. Fist Sonar, get a Jelly, activate Emergence, get a Moyi. We're going to special summon the Adhara from hand. We're going to normal summon the Jelly, activate the Jelly, and there's a hang here. Opponent has something, but they're not activating it. Summon the Moyi. Moyi going to activate, revealing the Blackout, and opponent hitting us with the Imperm. Are we in trouble? Are we in big trouble? Well, no. I think we're okay, because we can set Blackout, and we got a card in our extra deck just for this reason. The Stealth Kraken. Let's set the Blackout past the opponent. We got Monster Pop with the Stealth Kraken. We got Blackout with the Adhara. Opponent summoning an Exo Sister. We're going to pop it. Opponent summoning Exo Sister Martha, getting another Exo Sister from the deck, and we are going to pop both. Get popped. Alright. Opponent passing the turn back to us. No Zeus in this deck, but we do draw Fish Sonar, letting us get the Jelly. It's the same deck as last time. Opponent hitting us with a Floodgate Trap Hole. Alright, that is not ideal. But let's attack in. We don't have Zeus. Not that I would make Zeus in this situation necessarily anyway. Opponent, what do you got? Exo Sister Stella. Let's get popping. Opponent ended the turn. Alright, we're holding it. We're holding on right now. Let's get the Kairyu on field. Let's search for the Sea Stealth, and because we activated Jelly, we got that Pacifist in the graveyard. Let's hit our opponent. Let's set the Sea Stealth. Let's pass. Now we gotta be extra careful here. While this number 4 Stealth Kraken is on the field, all monsters are water, so Water Lock not working. But we got a special trick here. Opponent, Exo Sister Pax. Gonna summon the Exo Sister Martha. Gonna trigger, give us a token, give us a search for the Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Opponent, summoning the Martha. Now's our chance. Activate Stealth Kraken in response. See Stealth, bounce. Kyroshin activates, force them down to 1 monster. They cannot summon any non-water monsters. Opponent forced to set. Forced to pass to us. Let's show them the power of Umi Swordsoul. We could do full Swordsoul combo right here with the Ecclesia, but we don't even need to. Let's get poppin'. Use the Vishuddha to bounce the set card to hand. No Man-Eater Bug tricks for you. Get in for lethal with the Stealth Kraken. And that's why Umi Control / Swordsoul is the best deck for this festival. Let's go on to the next game. Alright. Beautiful. We got Ecclesia, we got Taya, we got Fish, Sonar. Gonna get us the Jelly or the Ocean Dragonlord. We don't have a water in hand to summon with the Jelly, so that's why we're doing this. Getting the Moyi. Moyi. Revealing the Taya. Giving us a token. Search for the Strategist. Draw a random card. Get that Imperm. Let's special summon Strategist and make the Supreme Sovereign. Supreme Sovereign we're making because if we get C Stealth attack with the Kyroshin and the Umi, every turn we banish a card with the C Stealth, we trigger Che-Ying and can banish a card from field and graveyard, and that's too much value to pass up. Normally Swordsoul will make up Baron and pass, but we're going for the Che-Ying this time. Opponent, Lightning Storming. Pop in our back row. Raigeki-ing. Triggering Supreme Sovereign. Wiping our Grandmaster off the field. Searching with Tune Table of Contents. Negated with the Ash Blossom. And they got no more plays. Supreme Sovereign holding us, holding on. Holding us in this game. Let's attack. 3100 damage. Maxi here to maybe draw us a card. Opponent setting. Alright. Drawing Moyi, but we don't have a worm in hand. Get to battle. Pop that egg. Opponent, what do you got? Opponent, Pot of Extravagance. Let's Maxi in response. Opponent setting a monster. Drawing the Jelly, it's perfect. Let's go. Jelly, activate. Get us the Ocean Dragonlord. Search with the Ocean Dragonlord for the Pacific Phantasm Spiral Field spell because we don't have our C Stealth anymore because it got wiped. Let's get in for lethal damage with the Supreme Sovereign. Alright. Beautiful game. Let's go on to the next one. Alright. We got another great hand here. Maxi, Swordsoul, Strategist, 2 search spells. Opponent Ashing, our Emergence. It's the bait. Don't care about the Emergence. And our Maxi, now potentially live. Let's activate Fish Sonar. Search for the Jellyfish. Jellyfish gonna give us more bodies on field and send an Umi to the graveyard. Mo, you get on out here. Reveal the Strategist. It's Swordsoul time. You've seen it all before. Xiao gonna give us a search. Mo, you gonna give us a draw. Drawn into Vishuddha here. Blackout is the card we're gonna search for. Let's discard the Worm. Summon Supreme Sovereign. Burn our opponent. Set the Blackout. We got Maxi. We got Negate. We got... Just kidding. Opponent. Hitting us with the Cosmic Cyclone. Giving us a token though, because when this card's banished we get a token, and opponent is playing its Sprites. Everyone's most least favorite deck. Let's activate Maxi. Now, this is probably a mistake on my part. I think I should be triggering Grandmaster to negate Nimble Beaver. Then banishing the Nimble Beaver with the Supreme Sovereign so that they don't have a level 2 on board. I got greedy though. I got greedy. I let him have it because I was like, Maxi is going to let us draw a billion cards. That's got to be better than negating the Beaver. But now we're in trouble. Negate the Jet. And we probably should have negated the Jet a second time with the Grandmaster, but I'm worried about the Sprite Searchers, so now opponent can stop us from popping. Opponent trying to use the Sprite Elf. Target with the Grandmaster, but they can dodge with the Smashers, banishing the Elf and our Che-Ying. Making a Herald of Pure Light. I know what's happening. I can see it. They're going into Zeus. They are going into the Zeus. Opponent attacking. Going into the Zeus. Making a 4 material Zeus. 4 Material Zoo's going to wipe the field, but we got a billion cards thanks to little Max C. Let's get activating our Ecclesia. Opponent trying to Ash Blossom. We got the cross out. And opponent is out of here. Sprites get sprited. Swordsoul does it again. And opponent was going to use their Zeus. I don't know why they conceded there, because they could have just wiped the field with Zeus, but they wiped the field with Zeus. We summon our Swordsouls, do our Umi combo afterwards, so we're all good. All right, let's go on to the next game. All right, we got the Tenyi Spirit Shatana in hand. Let's start by activating Emergence. Search for the Strategist. You've seen Swordsouls do this a billion times, but we're going to start with the Strategist first, because this is going to let us make Baron, protect our Ecclesia, protect our plays from Nibiru, from Ash Blossom. Let's get going. Summon the Moyi. Moyi gonna reveal the Shatana in hand, make the token. We're gonna activate the Ashuna Graveyard, give ourselves a Vishuda, so we can go into Chiao. Locked into Worms now, but that's okay. We're not gonna summon much more. We're gonna search for Blackout, link into Monk of the Tenyi, and we got a sneaky Swordsoul play you don't see too often. Show you in 1 second. Opponent, what do you got? Can you break through this board? Mirror Resonator. Set 2. Activate a Cyber Dark Claw to add a Cyber spell to the hand. Activating Danger Mothman. Summoning a monster. It's time. Swordsoul Blackout doesn't just pop 2. This time it pops 3. So we pop 2 cards, and then when a normal monster is destroyed, it triggers our Shatana, resummons our Tenyi Monk, and pops a monster. That's 3 pops. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, last game with the Umi Swordsouls today. Opponent playing Branded. Let's see what Branded can do. Umi's typically very strong versus Branded, because if we get our Umi lock up, they can only have 1 monster on the field, and our token is going to get regenerated each time. If they banish it with Mirror Jade, it just keeps coming back, and we can dodge their banishes with the Sea Stealth too. Opponent Mirror Jading themselves to search for a Mirror Jade card. Getting an Ecclesia, getting a Dogmatica to hand. That is some extra spice, because that Dogmatica that they added to hand, the Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis, can summon itself and negate a monster effect as long as there's an extra deck monster on field, and they have that Mirror Jade. So our only play here is we got to get Kyra Shin on field. We get Kyra Shin, we stop all their shenanigans, and that's the dream. All right, so how do we get them on field? Opponent has a banish with the Mirror Jade. Well, no, they used it on their turn. All right, so we should be okay. Let's start with the Ashuna. Ashuna, let's activate the Pacifist. Now with Pacifist on field, we normal summon the Kyra Shin. They're forced to go down to 1 monster. They can't special summon from hand, no negations. We search for our spell, our trap, our Sea Stealth. We set Blackout, and there you go. That's it. We're good. But opponent chaining Branded in red to the activation of Pacifist. What are they doing? Summoning a Guardian Chimera. Do they know who I am? Have they seen this before? Opponent using Guardian Chimera to pop and draw 2 cards, and they're popping the Umi. They didn't pop the Ashuna. Why would opponent do this? All right, does opponent know my hand? Like, are they cheating? How would they know to pop this card? Because this is not like a card people are worried about. No one knows this card. All right, I think their opponent's cheating. I think that's the only answer here. Let's try and get our Kyra Shin on the field. We can special summon the Shatana while our Monk of the Tenyi is on field. We can activate our Ashuna to special summon another monster. Get our Vishuda here. But opponent resummon their Mirror Jade, so they get to banish it. Shaman of the Tenyi, gonna let us summon a Taya from the graveyard by discarding, but opponent negates it. Opponent negates before we can even activate the Shaman. So we can try and do Swordsoul Taya, but we know our opponent has the Dogmatic Fleur-de-Lis in hand, and that's just 1 too many negates. We can set the Blackout, but even popping 2 cards, not going to be enough. Opponent searching for a Fallen Albaz. Activating a Branded Opening. Gesture of Despia. Searching and activating, and we can try popping, but it does not matter because opponent has a Brand Opening Graveyard, and that's it. That's the game. All right, Branded beaten. Umi Swordsoul. I think they got lucky. I think they got lucky going first. I don't think they could pull that off if we were to go first, or if we got a better hand. All right. Hope you liked the video. Let's go on to the deck list. All right, here is the Umi Swordsoul deck list. I am playing in the Duelist Cup. This deck gets fast wins. It's fun to play. Let's go through the list. 1 Phantasm Spiral Dragon, 1 Adhara, triple Maxi, triple Ash, 1 Shatana, triple Moyi, double Taya, double Ecclesia, triple Jellyfish, 1 singular Ocean Dragonlord, 2 Strategist, 2 Vishudas, 1 Ashuna, triple Emergence, triple Fish Sonar, 2 Pacifist, 2 Callby, 1 Crossout, 2 Imperm, 1 Blackout, 1 Sea Stealth attack in the extra deck. We got Yazi, Evil Diangxing, Baxia, Draco Berserker, Adamancipator Rhythm Dragite. We got 1 Grandmaster, 2 Grandmasters, Heberon de Fleur, a Swordsoul Supreme Sovereign, Che Ying. We got the Sinister Sovereign. We got a Psychic End Punisher. We got number 4 Stealth Kragan. We got Kragan Spawn. We got Monk of the Tenyi, and we got a Shaman of the Tenyi. Alright, that's the full list. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.